Yo, what's going on, guys? Koi here. Today might be a little sadder for most people than ever. Mostly just because I'm going to be going over what happened to Anime Rangers, what are the possibilities of it even coming back, and how would that even work. Now, the problem is that, one, we don't have all the information as the player base says. Two, there's been lots of speculation behind what's actually been going on behind this whole case, but the devs cannot allow us to know what is going on the inside, or else you end up breaking one of the TOS rules, of course. There is a discretion in the matter. Like, Roblox support and the way they operate is pretty black and white. They don't really see any gray area in stuff like this, so whenever you see something like someone takes someone's stuff, normally the game goes down entirely, or they have to appeal by an appeal process, which, by the way, they already started. So they thought the game was going to be able to release the same day that the review process was done. No, this is just means that it's on file. There's no indication stating the fact that the game is going to be live anytime soon, nor is there any way for Roblox to speed up the process for just one game when they have thousands of other things to do as well. Yes, Roblox support and moderators are not the fastest, but you could now know that it's going to end up getting done. Now, the problem is rejection. Let's say that there's something in their game that does fall into that category of, oh, this can't be here, or this ruins another future deal with a different anime or something like that, then they can reject it and then ask them to do small nitpick changes to the game. Kind of like what happened to Anime Defenders. Now, Anime Defenders went through the same process, and they ended up having to reshape the entire game to be as creator friendly as possible, especially something that's so big that they could not stop. They couldn't like use anime stuff without permissions and stuff like that. So this is just a major issue that people run into on Roblox, and this is starting to seem more bleak than ever. So let's go ahead and talk about it for everyone's information. This is just some more information tidbits they've been dropping for us recently. To date, the game should be re-releasing April 28th, April in GMT plus 7, Thailand. But obviously, this is not the case. The game could possibly, worst case delay, could move on to the next day. But the thing is, right, is that they have to go through the review process, and if they see something they don't like, they'll end up just shutting it down again and just saying, hey, we don't like this, we're just going to have to wait until you guys fix this, and then we'll review it again, put it back on file, and see how that goes down again. I mean, it's not like Roblox wants to do this, it's just the way that they operate. They take things very slowly, and it is very annoying to a lot of developers that they do this, but this only benefits like the highest cut of the crop, people who are a part of like the original Builders Club, like stuff like that, like people who are mainline developers who pay for the support and stuff like that. Those are the people who actually got major support, who get major support fast, you know what I mean? But besides that, these developers, I don't know if they're going to get the support they expect, but we'll have to see what happens next. Now over here, they do chat a bit about it more. We'll talk about this comment. As of now, we still haven't received permission to publish the game. In the meantime, we'll be focusing on improving the quality of the game's models and even further. The review process has started today and might take some time before we are able to release. There is nothing we can do at this part except for continue improving the quality of the game. At the end of the day, we are the ones who want this game to release the most. Yes. Now, they also go over some details about the re-release. What would you see from the re-release and stuff like that? And this is nice. So this is a Q&A for the most asked questions. Will the game release by Monday or Tuesday? Not sure. See, the thing is, they can't be sure because Roblox support has to take it into the... they have to like be there and actually hold their hand and be like, okay, this is what you need to change. If you don't change it like this, then we're not going to do it. And then after that, they're very critical about how they do the support thing, because this could open up another case right away over something completely different. Will my data be reset? No, your data will remain the exact same. I think this is a little bit of poppycock. If there's something that does get changed in the game, then your data is not going to exactly be the same. It might be recovered, internal data, but this doesn't mean that like you might you might see something missing, or let's say the character that they had to change is gone, stuff like that. Like, your data is going to get changed in some way, shape, or form. It's only an indicator that, they just think that your coins are going to stay the same or something like that. Like, it's up in the air. They don't know what's going to end up being changed here. Will there be an event duration to extend? Yes, the time the game is closed till will not be counted. So they are going to extend like the update time and stuff like that. Okay, is the worst case, will DMCA's situation drag on as long as Anime Adventures? Not at all. Honestly, I don't even know how to explain the difference properly. But Anime Ranger X is more, it's more like you stole something and get caught by the police. Meanwhile, AA's situation was being served a lawsuit by guys in suits and massive corporations. Now, I think that this is also who we know exactly what happened with with AA. There was never a court case that opened up about AA. There was never like a lawsuit threat. There was just Game Fam. So if you guys don't know the history behind that, Game Fam was the people who got the rights to use My Hero Academia at the time, and they were working on taking down any game that had My Hero Academia related content, so that their game that was being funded by Crunchyroll would be able to flourish in the My Hero Academia category. Now, did this work? No, because they couldn't get cases out to everybody. They couldn't take down every single game, but there was some games like Anime Adventures that did get taken down in that regard. Now, was this something that could have lasted a very long time? No, this was an easy fix that could have been fixed as fast as ABA did it, which was just removing the characters of the game. What Anime Adventures actually did was they ended up selling their source code and made a lot more money that way through different developers. I know some developers who paid a premium for that code so they can make their own tower defense game. Some of them paid upfront from 1,000 to even higher for source code. And I think some of the people, I might be wrong about this part, but that's only because there's no indication that the guy who was selling the source code of Anime Adventures was a part of the original Anime Adventures team. The guy who was selling the source code was never named, was only just bought from, and then people started selling the source code after they got the source code. Only true developers were able to work with the source code, or mediocre developers at best. I mean, obviously, a lot of really, really bad tower defense games that came over throughout the years. But yeah, that's just something that ended up happening and stuff like that. So do expect those types of things to come in collision with, obviously some of the facts. Because you can't say everyone's a scammer if you don't have, obviously, information about them being scammers. Besides word of mouth. All right. Well, I'm not saying Anime Adventures were scammers. I'm just saying the guy who sold the source code obviously did it with malicious intent to make money. So that was the thing, and they made a lot of fucking money, I'll tell you that. All right, I'll see you guys later. Take it easy, and peace out.